This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is By the Prickling of My Thumbs. It was written by Thomas Bailey, who is also our Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is episode 2. Our recap will be given by Steve Anderson as his character, Special Agent Joseph Vendretti. So without any further delays, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Steve?
This is the city of Arkham, a nice-sized place, 62 square miles with 25,000 residents, 30 when university is in session. In my job, I get to meet them all. I'm a cop. My partner's name is Ben Romero, my boss's name is Frank Johnson, and I'm Special Agent Joe Vendretti of the FBI. Thursday, 12 November 2025. It was a hot summer day in Arkham. I'd been working the early shift when I got an emergency call to check back in at the office. A professor at Miskatonic University, a Dr. Catherine Fletcher, had gone missing. This is the story of that case. My partner, Ben Romero, had been planning a family vacation, but the boss, Frank Johnson, called him in anyway. In addition to Ben, Frank had assembled a squad of specialists. Frank laid out the situation for us and sent us to the university. There, we met with the Dean of Experimental Energy Physics, a Dr. Robert Finch. Finch met us in Dr. Fletcher's lab. The lab looked like any high-energy physics lab specializing in quantum vacuum energy extraction, but was dominated by an octagonal cage-like apparatus. Dr. Gallo, who goes by the handle Fort, ran forensics in the scene while Ben and I did a thorough search of the lab. We found, among her papers, receipts for a Chinese takeout place down the street. Our computer expert, Martin Meyer, began working with the head of IT, Marion Leonardo, to do a forensic scan of the professor's lab computer. But Martin's investigation hit a dead end. The professor's computer, an ancient model, had been wiped, reset to factory conditions. However, he was able to ascertain, with the help of Fort, that Dr. Fletcher used a Palm Pilot and a flip phone, rather than the university-provided smartphone. Dr. Moss, our academic consultant, read the professor's notes and saw unusual notations, ones that made little sense, including geometric expressions that ran counter to Euclidean theorems. The dean filled us in on the details, including the timing of the missing woman's movements. Unfortunately, CCTV did not work in the lab due to the nature of the experiments, so there was no record of that day. A review of the DOE report indicates that these experiments can, and sometimes do, have negative impacts on equipment, but also humans. The dean introduced us to the missing professor's research student and lab assistant, who could give us more details. While Ben and I interviewed the lab assistant, Marjorie Klein, and her postdoc, Paul Denning, the rest of the team left to investigate the Chinese takeout restaurant and Dr. Fletcher's apartment. Dr. Fletcher's team told us that she's a very meticulous person, organized and devoted to her work. They noted she's been out of sorts lately, talking a lot about her old mentor, a Dr. Kismet. Kismet was a professor at Miskatonic and had a fatal accident in the 90s. Mr. Denning told us they'd been stuck for the last 6 months, that there's a hole in the theory that they just can't plug. Ms. Klein told us that Dr. Fletcher left the lab at 10 a.m. in the middle of the experiment. Before leaving, Dr. Fletcher said, "He has some of it." Neither understood the reference. The restaurant staff noted the last time Dr. Fletcher was there was June 4th, the day before she went missing. They also said that Dr. Fletcher acted oddly. She smiled. While at the restaurant, the office called to let Martin know that the last charge on her credit card was at 12:30 p.m. on the 5th of June at a Phillips 99 gas station a little west of Arkham. That was 2 hours after she left the lab. Ben and I met the team at the apartment. It was neat and orderly. There were no signs of planned absence. On her whiteboard, along with equations, were 3 columns of strange symbols. Dr. Moss said they weren't any kind of occult symbols he had knowledge of. The symbols were used throughout the equations. Our profiler, Simon Wheeler, noticed her style of writing had changed, getting less organized, sometimes veering off the page in recent writings. The computer was similar to the computer in the lab with a Palm Pilot dock. Martin took a look at it and found that she's been communicating with a Dr. Kismet via email. If it's not fraud, it's a good fraud. If it's a fraud, it's a good fraud. There was a photo that matches an image of Dr. Kismet from 1997. If it's Dr. Kismet, he hasn't aged. On June 5, just before 10 a.m., just before she left the lab, she agreed via email to meet the alleged Dr. Kismet at the old lab. We followed up by phone with the dean about Dr. Kismet's old lab and their work together. Fletcher was Kismet's postgrad assistant. The lab was in West Arkham. The dean was surprised that there was nothing else in the files about that work. Dr. Moss investigated her bookshelf. Fletcher is quite a fan of Shakespeare, especially Macbeth. He discovered a connection between the occult symbols and the spells of the witches in Macbeth. Ben called the DOE to follow up on Kismet. It was a dead end. We went back to the office and began searching through the archives. There we found several documents related to Dr. Kismet and his experiments in Potter's Lake, Kansas. These documents discussed a non-terrestrial material, strange glyphs, and Dr. Kismet's physical and mental descent. Due to his delusions, Dr. Kismet was identified as a security risk as well as a danger to himself and others. He was scheduled for termination. Termination action was taken. 2 agents died, but his remains were lost.
All right. Thank you, Special Agent Vendretti. So that's where we leave off. You had just gotten that kind of information from your FBI records as you had gone back to the FBI because they hadn't been digitized yet back from 1999. So you have some leads. Where do you want to go at this point?
Don't you think that it seems rather harsh that they terminated him?
It means fired, right? They fired him.
It doesn't sound like they fired him.
This seems like a kill order.
I didn't think the FBI did things like
Yeah,
that.
that's like CIA. That's not us.
Even that. That
The
seems...
CIA doesn't take such actions on American soil. The FBI is responsible for federal law enforcement inside the continental U.S.
Don't think
I
it
guess
means
if he
more
was-
terminating his work rather than.
Except that he died at that moment, so...
Maybe he became violent or resisted, and they had
Well,
to.
He had to have. He killed 2 agents.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Probably best.
Perhaps we're reading more
speculate
into
on
it than it's
Yeah.
really there.
I
We
think
just
we
don't
need to
have
get
the
out to that
evidence.
lab now that we have the address from the material we got. I think we need to go check out that lab because if she was headed there, that's,
Yeah.
it sounds. I mean, it makes perfect sense that she would go out there. That's what it's all.
I agree, Martin. I also think we should check the gas station, see if they have any CCTV footage, and continue to follow up. I still suspect this is an elaborate catfishing fraud that that Dr. Fletcher has fallen into, and I hope she's still safe.
Oh, so do I. I mean, this is good. I mean, whoever did this is good. This is like this has got to be the Russians or something like that.
I'm not usually armed. Should we be armed?
We should all check out our sidearms before we go, just in case.
Agreed.
Check out a sidearm. I don't have a sidearm usually. I'm a doctor.
We'll get you a gun. It's okay.
As an FBI agent, you would have at least had to have gone through basic kind of training in firearms usage. So,
Sure.
it's like having your base role for firearms. Oh, you can always add more to it, though. But yeah, each of you could easily be able to check. If you don't have one in your character sheet, you'd be able to get from the FBI like a 45 or something like that to take with you with like a 10-round clip or something like that.
Yes, I will definitely check one out, and I will also put 40 in firearms in the process.
I'm gonna put one of my 50 and I'm gonna put a 50 I have. I'm gonna save my 60 for something else. I'll put a 50 in firearm.
Okay.
Handgun.
Do a 50 as well.
Also, with everything that's kind of been going on with your research, your back and forth, it's probably at this point around 4 p.m. on the 12th of June, just so you're kind of aware of the rough time that we're at this point as well.
Should we wait until the morning to go out there? I suppose we're kind of hoping to find her, aren't we?
Yeah, but
This woman's life
been
could
a
be in
week.
danger for it. I think we need to follow up as quickly as we can. A week has already been wasted.
yeah.
Well, then we'll need flashlights, good, powerful flashlights, and all the equipment necessary if we're going to be there in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, you can check out those kind of industrial mag light things that law enforcement typically have.
Ben and I already have ours in our Suburban.
And I'll bring
Okay.
my medical stuff just in case somebody gets hurt.
Okay.
I'll bring a few extra things, laptop things that I might need to hack into anything or check anything out. A few extra things I didn't take earlier. They're computer related, equipment related.
I'm just gonna grab some like gloves to handle things that might be, I don't know, like rare or sensitive, and then some like evidence containers.
Yeah, for forensics. So yeah, we've got all that stuff too.
Yep, not a problem. Yeah, anything that you would typically have, that's the sort of stuff you would grab. You guys are trained FBI agents, you know the sort of things that you need to have for such an operation. So, okay. So are we wanting to, sounds like we're wanting to stop by the gas station first, or are we wanting to go directly to the address that you found in the documentation?
I think it's on the way, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be on the way because
Yeah,
that's,
she
she passed by and stopped there.
Should we, just considering the amount of time that she's been missing, should we stop at the gas station first? We can follow up on that later. Or we could send one of the juniors that we had that, were waiting for us at the I'm just thinking it might be just smart to get right to where we know she was going.
Considering that we won't be there until around 5 as we're going past. There might not be any manager there. It might just be some kid running the station through the night.
I mean, I could get one of the junior FBI agents to go check it out for us, and then have them call me, see what they got in case we have to run any cards or anything.
Yeah, I hate to retcon, but it would make sense for us to have already done that while we were doing the archive research. I mean, either one of us could have gone, or we sent another agent.
Yeah, I could see that as being kind of standard operating procedure once you found out that she had stopped there, that you had gotten the credit card information. Kind of in that case, there would be like a little CCTV type of thing, and there's kind of a grainy footage of a woman around that time matching Catherine's general build, kind of stopping at the gas station, filling up, going inside afterwards, and coming back with like a large soda, and it looks like a banana, and then gets in her car and drives away. She's there for maybe all of about 7 minutes.
Yeah, she was just passing through when she was heading towards that lab. Let's just go to the lab.
Okay. You get now you're taking two vehicles, if I remember correctly. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head out there. The road heading west out of Arkham. You're about, as you're driving out, you kind of go out into the kind of the woody hills out there. You've been driving out past the city for about 20 minutes or so. You start to find kind of all sorts of, there's derelict barns and stone walls that mark the remains of old farms. And then finally, at the end of a gravel lane, kind of really out in BFE type of territory, half hidden by pine and overgrowth, stands a low brick building with a collapsed roof line. You do see kind of the charred remains of the roof as it must have caught fire at some point as well. And with this building with the collapsed roof line is what remains of a Department of Energy research outpost shuttered, as you know now, probably in 1999. Rusted fencing encircles the grounds. Its warning signs bleached to illegibility. The windows are smashed, the doors are a bit warped, and most of the structure itself kind of just seems barely able to kind of stand on its own, but somehow it still is erect. And that's kind of what you see. There is an old rusty chain across the gate as you kind of drive up to this area.
Probably just got homeless people in there. Who knows?
Yeah,
Joe, I ever tell you about the old stories my mother-in-law used to tell me about this area? Something about there used to be a ruined town called Dunwich out here. Apparently some moonshine still exploded and the whole town went crazy. It's a goofy story.
No, I don't.
I've
I
heard
don't
that
think you've
legend,
ever told
Ben.
me that, Ben. Sounds
I've
really
heard that.
interesting.
That
Well,
legend, but I don't think anybody's ever been able to find that town. It's not on the map.
eh, you know, the fuck
The
was
fuck
that?
was that?
did you hear that?
You all heard that, right?
Yes.
Did it sound like it was coming from inside the house or in the woods?
It sounded like coming from inside, somewhere inside the fenced area. Yes.
Oh God. Well, I was
Okay.
going to tell you a story I heard about, we're talking about Macbeth and the witches. There's a lot. I mean, it's probably second only to Salem, but Arkham's got like a lot of witch history too. So I'm gonna skip that now. Do we figure out what that is? That sound.
Is it a bear? Is there a bear in there?
In Massachusetts?
We got to get in.
Flashlight and handgun
Yeah,
around.
whatever it is, we have to get in there and see if we can help this woman. She may be in danger. Come on, Ben.
Does the chain on the
Guns out?
fence? Does the chain on the fence, is it still like or on the gate, is it still there?
It's still there. It looks like, though, with a good rap of a hammer or the butt of a gun, it would break.
Well, she didn't park her car inside because chain's still here. So her car.
Yeah, that's right. We don't see your car anywhere, do we?
Do we see any like in the perimeter where the fence might be broken where they went in?
Well, let's
Give me a spot hidden.
Okay. I'm gonna take a
Anybody?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Do you
take
want a solo? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a 50 spot. I'll put a 15 spot hidden.
I got a hard.
You got a regular.
Anyone do better than a hard?
I got a failure.
I got a regular.
Okay. Fort, then, with your hard, you do notice, because as you're kind of looking around, there are what appears besides your own vehicles, there does appear to be some fresh tire tracks on both sides of that locked fence with that rusty old chain. And it appears then that the tracks go kind of around the side of the building and kind of then go behind it.
Okay. So somebody opened up the chain link for her and they've locked it again. In that case, I I'll rather than use your gun, which could seriously damage your gun. Let's just try to pick the lock on the. It's just a.
Or
master
just
key
shove
lock.
the gate down, right? I mean,
Would it be reasonable that
It's
we
pretty
would have
rusty.
bolt cutters in the car?
That sounds reasonable enough.
or a tire iron that we can just wedge in there and knock it off the hinge or something.
Well, I will.
Yeah,
grab
I like bolt cutters.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben. I've been watching those videos of how to pick locks. And
Oh, the lockpicking warrior? Yeah, I love those. Clank.
but the bolt cutter is fine.
Ben always cuts things right to the quick.
Yeah. Well, actually, though, you find, though, as you pull out the bolt cutters, I mean, because, sometimes even with bolt cutters, it takes a little bit of strength to be able to pop a lock. Because of the rust on this particular lock, it doesn't take a whole heck of a lot in order to snap the metal. So it's pretty easy to do. Doesn't even require a strength roll.
And it was an old lock, so
It was an old rusty lock.
nobody's replaced the chain in the lock.
And actually, Fort, with your heart, I'll tell you what, if you looked at it, you're not even sure if you could have gotten some lock picks into the keyhole. It is that rusted.
Rusty.
Well, then how did she open it with a key?
Somebody must have opened it for her, and unless there's a
Maybe.
hole somewhere in the fence.
Well, the tracks on both sides. Maybe they
Yeah,
honestly
she
just
had to drive through.
We could solve this all day, but let's go help this woman.
All right, let's.
Yeah. So me and Joe
Are
first.
we-
Guns out.
Are we driving the cars, following her tire tracks? I
Let's
mean,
just walk in.
we don't know how far it is, right?
It's
It's
right
from,
there, isn't it?
from the fence to kind of the old building. It's probably about 150 yards or so.
Oh, yeah, then walk.
Oh,
Great. Yeah, let's go, Ben.
we want to kind of tactically.
We want to fan out, some of us in back, some of us in front.
I'll be in back.
I'll go with you for it.
I
Okay,
would say me and Joe in front, and the rest of you guys keeping watch on the back.
Okay. Now, are you all kind of going basically in a straight line, or are you kind of fanning yourselves out to go onto the both sides of the building as well as the front of the building?
I think some of us are going around behind the building, and some of us are coming to the front of the building.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Okay. So who's going to be going around back?
I'll go around back.
I'll go around back too.
Okay, so Fort and Martin and Moss are going around to the back, right? Is anyone else going to the back?
And 3 are in the front.
And then 3 in the front. Okay. As you cross over into past the threshold, then where the fence has been opened up, you do.
I get back in the car and I go.
I think I'd rather have the bear claws than the spare guys. Back
We've been trained for dangerous situations. Ben and I are just fine.
Okay.
Right, Ben?
Guns out.
All right. So Fort and Moss and Martin, you guys kind of have to go a little quicker just so that you get behind the building itself. As you kind of are approaching around the back of the building, you do see Catherine's car there. It is kind of an old Subaru, kind of Subaru Forester type of thing that's there. Probably something from kind of the early 2000s. So it's about 5 or 6 years old the early 2020s. So it's about 5 or 6 years old at this point. One thing you do notice, though, it looks like like the clear coat has kind of peeled off of this particular vehicle, as well as you kind of go around to the back. Also, you see as you're going past the building, there is like busted out windows and things like that. Someone has at one point attempted to kind of board up some of the busted out windows, but then there's also then kind of mold and animals have kind of eaten away at it. So it just looks like an old kind of derelict building.
Is there any graffiti?
There actually is no graffiti whatsoever. It just looks more like lots and lots of weather and maybe nature has taken it over more than man has come in and done stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna go approach the car and kind of look through the windows and maybe check if it's unlocked.
It is unlocked.
Yeah. I might just spend a moment looking around inside of it, looking in the glove box, looking in the console.
Give me a quick spot hidden then.
That's a failure.
It's a failure. Okay. Yeah, you don't find anything in particular that might kind of help you out, but you do notice sitting in the passenger seat, excuse me, the passenger seat on the driver's side, there's a petrified banana.
Petri-
I'll probably put it in one of those bags for later. We're hearing this noise, so yeah, we're on a time crunch, but I'm gonna bag it up for Dr. Fort.
Yeah, and when he hands it to me, I'm like, "What the? Are you saying it's made out of stone?"
It appears that way.
Well, this is crazy. This must be something she brought with her.
I mean, I could see a piece of fruit going bad in a week, but not like that.
Well, it would go bad, it would rot, and it would disintegrate, but
Yeah,
not,
mush.
it wouldn't turn to stone. It's not a fossil.
Oh God. What is this? What is this energy that they're working with? This is dangerous stuff. That could do that to if that could do it to plant life, that could do that to a person. We need to be really careful before we go in there. I'm gonna take out my gun and just is there like a back door to this place in the back?
Yeah, there would be a back door because she did park in the back, so there would
Yeah.
be there is kind of one of those kind of metal doors. It definitely has seen better days, so pretty much kind of the lower third of it has kind of been rusted out.
Mm.
But yeah.
Are
Okay.
there
And part of
claw
the roof is
marks or
collapsed.
bite marks on it?
No, not that you. Well, this is in the back, so you're in the front area, so you wouldn't necessarily
Oh,
see that. But no,
sorry.
there aren't any animal marks. So yeah, while the guys in the back have kind of moved to the back, Agent Romaro and Vendretti and Simon, you guys have kind of moved up to the front. The front kind of has those kind of rather large kind of garage door type openings, so that larger equipment can kind of move in type of thing into this particular area. There is off to the side though. There is then kind of a regular size door. One thing you kind of notice, though, as you kind of approach on the front side, this particular door that's on the front looks to you to be brand new. And there's kind of very kind of crisp letters on it that says Department of Energy. And has then the name of the U.S. Secretary of Energy back from the Clinton administration, but it's in pristine lettering.
This is odd.
Around the door, the building itself, what does that look like?
Dilapidated, rusty. Like I said, the roof in some places, the roof is kind of caved in a little bit.
But the door is brand new
From
the 90s.
It looks to be brand new.
Didn't the DOE report that we read, Ben, say something about time anomalies?
In the computer models, yeah. What the hell were they doing here? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Cover me. I'm going to try the door.
Okay. You reach over, door's locked.
Got those bolt cutters in your back pocket there, Ben?
I'm going to kick the door in.
All right. Give me a strength roll then, just to make sure.
That is a hard success.
Hard success. All right. The door might be brand new, but the jam is not. And so, yeah, you're able to kind of bash that open as you kind of kick it in. More than likely, the guys in the back would have heard the door kind of slam against the wall up into the front. As I don't know, is the guys in the back want to do anything when they hear that? Let me ask that question first.
Yeah, we'll know that he's breaching. So let's move forward to the back. You said
Yeah,
there
I
was a
want
door
to.
in the back as well, but it's
Yeah, I
rusted.
want to cover the back door in case someone tries to sneak out the back. I've got my gun out.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
That, that new workout routine you're using, Ben's really paying off.
Oh yeah, Pilates. My wife got me into it. You know what? I'll tell you later. It's all right.
all right. So we have all three people in the front going in, and it sounds like two people in the back are going in. Is that what I'm hearing?
There's three people in the back. Are we?
Yeah, I was gonna cover the door rather than
Oh, yeah.
enter. Cover in case anyone tried to sneak out the back, because we kind of figured they were going in through the front. So
Okay.
if anyone tried to sneak out back, we'd have them covered.
Yeah.
Once we go into the threshold, Wheeler's going to yell out, FBI, stand out and declare yourself.
Well
Okay.
done.
All right. You guys kind of go in, and when you enter in, you see a lab that, in some respects, kind of resembles what you had seen at Miskatonic at Dr. Fletcher's lab. There is what appears to be a very similar style octagonal kind of apparatus in the center. You do see, as you kind of look around, there is a lot of decay. There's a lot of busted out windows, but there's also some areas that look completely new. As a matter of fact, there's some of those nice kind of bright colors from the 1990s that they like to use. Seems to have been painted on the walls that seem as bright as if it had just been painted. There is an old Pentium 2 computer that is running a little bit of Windows 95 on it. You also notice. So there's a row of kind of humming CRT monitors flicking with green on black data streams. Their casings bright as though fresh from the box. A coffee mug emblazoned with Y2K Survivor sits on a spotless desk. Steam still rising. There's a bank of fluorescent lights that cast an unearthly sterile glow on some polished linoleum where the rest of the floor lies shattered. Scattered among these pockets of preservations are objects from somewhere else. Somewhere else. There is a Roman oil lamp still warm to the touch. There's a Victorian child's doll, porcelain face gleaming. A stack of newspapers dated 2018, edges sharp as if printed this morning. A Viking knife, its blade unblemished. Each item looks newly made, as though snatched from its time and dropped carelessly here. In the center of the apparatus, the octagonal apparatus, you see what appears to be part of a body.
Does it look like the photograph we have of either Dr. Kismet or the other?
It is the lower half of a body.
You said the computer was on?
It was.
Is there another
I'm going to
light?
approach the body.
Careful,
Okay.
Joe.
All right. Joe's
I'm
moving
going
towards the
to-
body.
I'm going to scan the room, make
Okay.
sure nothing's moving. And would it be reasonable that we would have radios?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, like I'm thinking like FBI earpieces, right?
Yeah. You easily be able to communicate with each other. Now, if you're trying to radio back to headquarters, there might be some interference just
Okay.
because of your location, because of the
Alright.
trees and things like that. But you do have your cell phones if you can get cell coverage out here.
We actually
Right.
haven't checked that, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on our radios. Like, hey, Fort, we need you in the main room, please.
All right, guys, guess we're going in.
All right, let's do it.
Also, did you need me to roll anything for checking the room?
We'll get there in just a second. Simon, you said you wanted to do something with the computers?
Yeah, I want to inspect it, see if there was anything active running.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's start off then with the body first as Agent Vendretti moves forward. you kind of move closer and closer, and you do notice, like I said, there is a body that is kind of in the center of the large apparatus that is there. Um, and as you kind of get closer, you do notice that it is the lower half of a woman. Um, but there's something a little odd about what's there because it's kind of as you get closer, it's more kind of like cut off, like right around in here. And the lower half, it seems like it's still kind of expanding and contracting like someone is breathing air. I do think that requires a sanity roll.
Oh, why? All right.
Is that just for Joe or is that for all of us?
Joe's the only one that went up to go and actually look at the bodies. That's for him.
It'll be for me later when I come in.
I got a hard success.
A hard success.
Yeah.
All right. Just take off 1 point of sanity then.
Okay.
Seems like it deserves more, but since you did succeed, it's just 1 point.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Okay.
Female body, it's still moving.
Okay.
Could be Dr. Fletcher. It's as if it just happened. The organs are still pulsing and moving.
What the hell was that?
Is it getting louder?
Gun is up. I am scanning the room,
Yeah.
flashlight on for all the dark spots.
Was that outside? Was that outside or inside?
Give me a listen roll.
Oh, I get to pick a new thing. I'll take a 50 and listen. Why not? That is a regular success.
Regular success. It sounds like it is coming from the vicinity of where Simon is near the computers.
Simon, back away from the computer.
Back away.
Probably corresponded to the moment that I pushed in the back door. So I didn't mean to make that much noise.
I'm going to be right behind you.
All right. Agent Romero, give me that spot hidden roll now.
That's 54 under 60, so that's a success.
Regular success. All right. Because you were looking for kind of anything that might be moving or anything like that, from what I hear, you find that there is this apparatus, more of a kind of a glass cylinder, for lack of a better term, that seems to be holding this kind of purplish gel-like substance that seems to be kind of bubbling and gurgling. And as you were noticing, when it was bubbling was when you heard that sound.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. First off, I'm going to put flashlight on it, see if it reacts to light at all.
When you flash your light on it,
I think I found what's making the noise, guys.
Holy shit.
as you did, it was bubbling and gurgling while you flashed your light on it as well.
Is it a danger to us, Ben?
You may want to come over and take a look at this.
Yeah.
Have we gotten
Come over
inside
and
yet?
Yeah, Fort and Martin and Moss, you guys have kind of went inside. Yeah, sure.
Is it
Gord,
a
take a look at
danger
this
to
woman.
us? I've damn near peed myself twice when that thing made that noise.
Yeah, maybe not shine a light on that again, just because we know it. At least we know it reacts to that.
Is it some sort of reactive substance that for some reaction that just sounds like that? I don't know.
I've never known goo to make noise.
Looking at the half a body. Is the place where she is severed, is it clean or is it torn? Are there things spilling out of it?
Okay. Since you are looking at the body, I will require that sanity roll.
Okay, I got a 13. That's pass.
All right, just 1 point then. Actually, yeah, it does look to be a kind of a clean slice. If you want to give me a your kind of a forensic medicine roll.
Where is my forensics? I wrote forensics. There it is. I got a 66 out of 70. So,
All right, regular success. All right. Makes kind of sense. You're out in the field, so it's a little hard to do more specific diagnostic things. But as you're kind of looking at the body, one of the things that you kind of notice is you are noticing that blood seems to still be circulating. And whenever it kind of moves into the area where it's severed, it kind of
disappearing.
It disappears. And then, because how blood can kind of change color based upon oxygenation, or whatever that word is. It does seem to still be a fully working system.
I'm not sure. I mean, if this was the Twilight Zone, I would say she's half in a dimensional hole of some sort. I'm going to do something odd. I'm going to reach down and the back of her calf, I'm going to tap it rhythmically to let her know that somebody is here. Does she move her leg?
Leg stays still.
Okay.
But I will say when you do touch her leg, it does feel warm.
Gentlemen, I have the strangest feeling that I want to take her ankles and pull her in this direction and see if she pulls out of something like a wormhole or.
I would advise not touching anything at the moment.
You think the experiment is still going on?
I think that she's stuck.
If you pull her, she'll come out of the.
Martin, can you check and see if there's still an experiment running? We've been warned about the dangers.
Sure. Let me get to the computer. Simon, what did you see? Did you see anything on the computer that might indicate? I'll take a look too. But
right. Well, since you did tell him to kind of get away from it,
I told him walk back when I heard the sound there because I didn't want to get.
You could tell Simon would have been able to tell a program is running on the computer currently, but what was on that he would not have had time to really delve into.
All right, so I'll take a look at the computer.
Don't turn it off.
No,
that might cut her in half.
Yeah, I'm not. I just want to see what's running. See if I can.
Okay.
Keeper, point of order. So we have. Is she floating there, or is she just laying in the middle?
She's lying on the ground.
Okay, and there's no blood on the ground, correct?
There's no blood pooling either direction because it just seems like blood is circulating through her system. And there's
half of her is just not here.
The half of her is invisible or in some other dimension. Can I touch the edge?
You can.
Can I touch the flat part where she's cut? Or
you can. Yeah. And it feels like you're used to feeling an
invisible body.
Right. You're used to feeling organs and things like that. And it feels like what you're used to touching in cadaver organs as you're looking for cause of death and things like that.
Right. But it's like she's stuck halfway between. This is nuts to say it, but I mean, from what they've been experimenting with, is she half in and half out of a dimension? These crazy physicists. I don't know how to get her out unless I pull on her ankles and pull her. I don't know that would do anything.
I would say let's check the computer first to see what kind of program is still running this machine.
Okay.
I still want to take a look around the room more. to see if there's anything else in here
All right.
outside of the
Had you
metal
gotten
tube.
yours was a regular success, or was it a hard success earlier?
It
Your spot
it
hidden.
was a regular success.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
As you're moving around the room, then, yeah, you do kind of you start to notice. Like I said, the setup of the room. We'll get to Martin in just a second. Your computer.
Yeah.
But as you're kind of moving around the room, you, like I said earlier, it is very much set up a lot like Fletcher's lab was set up in terms of how things are arranged and all those sorts of things. But you do notice that there is a distinct difference on all of these. Kind of at 3 points on the walls surrounding then the apparatus in the middle are those glyphs and symbols that you had seen in Dr. Fletcher's apartment on with her notes that she had taken.
Hey, Moss, can you come take a look at this?
I will. Yeah, I'll approach you.
Okay.
They the
The moss
same.
heads. They are the exact same symbols. Give me you can give me a mathematics roll though, Moss, and while you're doing that, we'll jump over to Martin. Martin, you do go over to the computer where Simon was at, and you can definitely tell that there is some sort of program running. There are lots and lots of mathematical equations seem to kind of be flashing by and kind of moving through and all of that. You do also notice as well, every once in a while, one of those symbols that Ben just kind of discovered and that you had seen at the apartment seem to occasionally kind of flash onto the screen as part of these equations as it's kind of moving through whatever it is that it's doing. That's what you kind of see when you approach the computer screen itself.
Now, I'm not going to stop the program from running, but does it look like there's a part where I could end the experiment if I had to? Like, is there something I could click? Or
Well, there's always Control Z.
that is true.
Or no, it's Control Alt Delete. Excuse me, Control Alt
Control
Delete.
Alt Delete. Yeah, that will stop. Yeah, I'll get the.
But it does. Yeah,
process.
if you want to spend a little bit of time trying to figure what's out, you'd have to give me a computer roll to try to figure out what is being done on the screen.
Sure.
But just kind of looking at it, that's what you see.
Yeah.
Dr. Moss, how did you do on your mathematics roll?
I got a 007, so an extreme success.
An extreme success. Interesting. All right. One of the things that you notice, though, is that it does seem that the placement of these glyphs is deliberate, and that somehow they are kind of directly connected to the working of this apparatus. One thing you notice with your extreme success, though, is that they seem to be set up on they're set up to be set on angles in relationship to the apparatus in the center of the room, but they're very odd in the way that they're placed. So it's not like a 45 or a 90 or anything like that. It's like a 22.6837 to the 12th power type of thing. Just very kind of odd connections that they seem to have. But they were deliberately placed at specific intervals for some reason that you do not know why.
Well, Agent Romero, these seem very deliberate here. Then, and I'll sort of point that out to him how the angles aren't just, what's aesthetically pleasing. Maybe it's representative of a geometric symbol in the equation that we've observed previously. Or this could be, I don't know, maybe they're using it as some sort of reference in the experiment. Like, I'm unsure what to make of this entirely.
Dr. Moss, these symbols are on the computer screen too. They're part of the program running. They're flashing by all the whatever's running, whatever's processing. I'd have to look at it a little closer to see what it is. I do not want to turn it off because I don't know what the hell is going on, but I don't want to hurt the doctor by turning it off unexpectedly.
Let me go take a look at that.
Yeah. All right. Also, how did your computer use roll go, Martin?
Let's see. I got a 67, which is a regular
A regular
Success.
success. Okay. Yeah, you're not quite necessarily able to figure out what's going on and how the program is working or what the numbers and the computations mean. But with a regular success, one of the things you do kind of are able to figure out, it's not set up like in numbers, but there is some sort of countdown that is currently happening on this computer.
Guys, this is like some kind of countdown program. It's not a process running. It's doing some kind of countdown here. Dr. Moss, could you take a look at these symbols? Maybe you'll see something I'm not seeing.
And
And I think we should search the rest of the building while these gentlemen continue this work.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, me and Joe can go search the rest of the building. I would say at least two of you have your guns out in case something happens, because we don't know if there's still somebody else in here. And I am really not liking what I'm seeing.
This is insane.
Okay.
Do you guys think that the experiment's starting to affect us like it did the doctor? And do you think we're going nuts? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh my God. What the hell is that thing?
Is that
flip
is
back
that
to
just-
the tube?
Is that just coming from a speaker on that computer?
I don't know. There's I don't see a speaker hooked up. It would be it would not sound that sounds like it's in the room.
It sounds like it's coming from that purplish gooish
Goo.
that is sloshing vigorously at the moment.
Simon,
Hey, did the
Simon, do
computer
you
do
think
anything
that
just
we're
now?
losing it? Like from what you know of us, I know you're in the same environment we are, but do you think we're losing it? None of this stuff makes sense.
From what little data we have, the chances that we're all having a mass hallucination is very, very low.
We wouldn't all be seeing the same thing too if we were hallucinating, I guess, right?
Correct.
Oh God.
I still think there has to be a logical explanation for that. And I'll gesture to the jar of purple goo.
It's some weird physics things. That might be a quantum fluctuation.
You can't just put the word quantum in front of everything to explain it.
You think
Well,
it's
they
that,
do.
Didn't that report say something about he had like DNA
piece
he
of it?
wanted
That's
to?
what I see. Yeah.
I
like
think we
some
found that.
Extraterrestrial DNA, I think was the phrase.
No, it was from what, Pterodactyls or something like that.
And
Taranos?
didn't one of the
Finger
reports
Fox
mention
or
that
something, whatever it was, or something.
Sounds like someplace in
the
Spain.
crazy doctor heard the sound of hounds?
Yeah.
Why does it
Am I
sound like a
misremembering
hound?
that?
That doesn't sound like a hound. That sounds more like a bear or something.
Alligator.
Well, right. I'm given, but I'm the mental instability the doctor was experiencing could explain the difference between what he was saying and what we're hearing.
This is some extraterrestrial beast, though. Wouldn't maybe he's just, maybe it's something like a hound or a dog that they thought, or even a bear. I mean, bears growl too, just like dogs. I mean, maybe it's just an analogy if it's some kind of extraterrestrial creature or something.
Is
So we're
what
jumping
it's
straight to
in?
aliens.
What it's in, is it connected to any of the other machinery, or is it standalone?
You're talking about the tube itself?
Yes.
Lava
The
lamp.
glass, the lava lamp. Yeah, it does actually appear as you're kind of looking at it. There does seem to be wires that connect to that computer that's nearby, as well as it goes to it connects as well to the apparatus that is in the center of the room.
So could this be some kind of containment chamber? Like he used this machine to extract it?
Maybe it's, I don't know, a power source. That would be ridiculous.
I'm still completely flabbergasted and baffled by what's going on here. I probably, out of curiosity, I keep trying to figure if I lay my finger on her back and I try to push my finger into the invisible part, does anything happen to me? Or
Oh,
is something
running it. No, when you put your hand and next to the body and kind of like push it past the area that's disappeared, no, nothing
yeah.
happens to your hand.
So
Or
it's not a hole in time and space. It's just her halfway through.
do
At
you
this
think
point, at this point, that our dear doctor hasn't really kept it to himself, so I'm going to do a sanity roll, having been notified of this several times now.
Okay.
yeah, I think I should do one
At this
too.
point, yeah, you probably all should. Yeah. If you pass, it's just 1 point. If you fail, it's a D3.
I would also at this point like
Pass by
to
one.
see if, based on the forensics of the room itself, if I can figure out what happened to her. Was she standing here? She was doing something with the computer, and then something happened and she fell. Does it look like she fell? Dumb little stuff like that.
Yeah, you
Try
can
to
give.
piece.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a go ahead and give me a forensics roll then.
I had a fail on my sanity. It was
All right.
and 3 points.
3. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, I got 73 out of 70. I'll spend 3 points to make a regular.
Okay. A regular success. Yeah. As you're kind of looking around, it does not appear necessarily like she stumbled or fell, anything like that. And there aren't any like drag marks.
There's not an open book on the ground,
There's
or
not an open book or anything like that you can see. I mean, maybe the book is in her hand that you can't see her hand though.
right.
But yeah, there does not appear to be anything that would suggest any sort of foul play type of thing.
Not dead.
No, it's because, like I said, it seems like she's still breathing. Whatever is
But
still there.
she's also non-responsive. When I touch her, she doesn't flinch.
Right.
So she's maybe unconscious.
Or I mean, you're the medical doctor. If we need answers, what do you think would happen if we did what you wanted to do? Pull her by the ankles and see if we can get her out of that.
Well,
Do you think
let's see if we can move her a little bit, and if the effect just seems to travel with her. I think that it will. I don't think there's a hole in space here that she's
Yeah, she's
stuck
just
in,
not
because I can't
there
get
in our
into it.
dimension.
I'm
Did
just
you
going
check?
to very gently try to move her a couple of inches on the ground.
Okay. When you start to move her, you see blood beginning to pool out of her body rapidly.
Shit. Oh
Oh,
God.
shit. I didn't expect that. Uh, I'll try to push her back.
Push her back.
And now it's too late.
Yeah,
A lot of blood.
in a matter of seconds, it looks like maybe a pint or two has kind of gushed out of her.
Oh God.
Oh, crap.
Oh my God. Maybe we should just pull her out. Just see what happens. Oh God. We're gonna get.
I think we're just going to get half of her. Oh, boy.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I think that I just accidentally did more harm than good.
Martin, I think we have to shut down the experiment.
You want to
Get
shut
her
it
back
down
here.
right now?
Shut it
Shut
down.
it down. Okay. Do I need to roll anything to shut down for computer use to shut it down?
Pull it out
Well,
of the wall.
I mean, you just wanting to flip the power off switch?
That sounds like pulling her out. I mean, it's the only way to shut it down quickly. I mean,
And you don't know of any way to.
I don't know of any way to.
to.
I don't know how to shut it down as a program perfectly. I can't see that. I think the only thing is to just kill the power on it. What do you think, guys? I mean, we gotta, if we can
You're
get
the
her back
expert,
here, maybe
Martin.
we
We
can
got to
save
get her
her.
out of here, though.
Yeah.
If you think that's the way, let's do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull the plug.
All right. You pull the plug. Punk. All right. When you pull the plug, as you do, the glass container begins to just boil rapidly, just bubbles and bubbles and bubbles. That scream of that thing just it just becomes kind of deafening. And then you see then the glass begins to crack and immediately kind of shatter as this kind of purplish ichor kind of flies out everywhere. And you almost seem to see what looks to be for a second, it almost looks a little bit like some sort of dog, but it's not quite right. It has all of these multi-angles that are folding in on itself as it lets out this huge, massive roar. I need a sand roll from everybody.
Oh boy.
Oh, is a 99 good?
A 99 is not good.
I got a regular fail.
All right,
74.
I got an extreme success.
Those
Regular
who pass,
success.
Regular
those who
success.
pass take a D3. Those who fail take a D20.
Dear
Oh.
God.
And you guys, some of you guys are too smart for your own good at this point, too.
Yeah. That was a 5. Thank God I'm not that smart.
I got a
One time
19.
I'm happy I got on that one.
I got a 19.
Oh,
And-
Fort.
And I certainly passed my intelligence roll.
Okay.
Get my
So how
intelligence.
much did you lose?
19.
So, Fort, as you glimpse into the eyes of this creature, it just looks kind of directly at you and kind of stares at you as it roars. And when you do, you see both the past, the present, and the future kind of folding in on itself. You think then that you see the beginning of time and the end of time, and that it is pure creation of some strange cosmic being that is just beyond your imagination as things kind of begin to go black for you. I'll give you a minute to kind of figure out how that's going to affect you more permanently. But for everyone else, as you hear then the sound of this creature's kind of scream, primordial scream echoing in your ears, the world around you seems to kind of fade out as you're kind of looking out. There's this kind of almost strobe-like lights kind of seem to be happening. It's very bright, and then all of a sudden this impossible dark blackness that kind of happens. And as you're wherever you are currently, you start to hear in your mind finally the sound of that creature is moving out of your eyes, but then you start to hear these weird kind of voice speaking from somewhere in the ether, and you hear,
"The angle opens where mercy bends. Choose your truth or meet your end. A maiden mark, a woman torn. One must wither for the dawn. Threefold given, threefold owed. Break the bond and break the road."
and finally those lights are kind of leaving you, and you're kind of seem to be, that sound is now gone, and everything seems to be dark at the moment, but you can feel around you, and there's a stone floor, and you can feel that there's kind of hay, and you can smell kind of the mildewy smell of hay, and it smells also, it just seems to have this overwhelming smell of kind of animal feces that is now kind of surrounding you, and that kind of ammonia smell as well. But it is kind of this kind of pitch black area that you find yourself in.
Are we in a barn or a farm? What do we get transported? What's going on?
Do I have my mag light?
You have your mag light, yeah.
I'm going to turn it on.
Okay.
Flashlights on, looking around.
You look around, and you are definitely no longer. You're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, you look around, and this is not the building you were just in. It seems to be kind of with a cobblestone floor, with kind of cobblestone walls. There is this large oak door. That is before you with some kind of iron hinges on it, and kind of an iron handle to kind of open it up. And you do seem to be in some sort of storage room. It looks like there's these barrels that are in there, and there's some crates that are in there as well.
The hell are we?
Is there any
Is everybody
labels or
okay?
anything?
Think so. Fort, how are you doing?
I'm passed out.
Ah.
I think on the floor. He said everything went black, so
Yeah.
I'm just lying there
Does there look like somewhere
shaking.
I can like a
Yes.
door that I can look out, or a barn door or something I can look out, or a window to
There weren't
see?
any windows. There weren't any windows. There was just
Okay,
that one
just
kind
that
of
oak door.
solid wood door with the iron hinges on it.
Yeah, well, I'm
I'm
gonna
going to try
try.
to do first aid on Fort. Make sure he's okay.
Okay. Yeah, give me a first aid roll.
I'm gonna sit down, sort of up against one of these boxes. I want to kind of think about what we heard. With a literature roll, can I
Failed.
determine?
Okay. Yeah, I will say with he does seem to be alive. He is breathing. Um, but he does seem to be unconscious. There might be some smelling salts somewhere in Ford's pack. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. Moss, what were you
Uh,
asking about?
yeah, I was just gonna say if there's with a literature roll, could I determine if there's any literary source from what we heard?
Yes, you can give me a literature roll. Sure.
Right.
I want to try the oak door to see what's beyond it. I want to open it just to see what's outside.
Okay.
Careful.
Martin, let's wait till we have our situation clear before we move forward.
Do we have everything
Hold on
with
just
us,
a
like our
second.
guns? All right, I'll wait. I'll hold to you say, Joe.
Yeah. Whatever you had in your hands and on your person at the moment that you heard that sound, you have with you.
Okay, good.
All right. Dr. Moss, yeah, you're kind of, there's nothing that, it's vaguely sound Shakespearean, but it's not from any Shakespeare work that you're aware of.
I can't tell what's going on with Fort. It could just be he had a fainting spell due to the crazy thing we've just been through. Options? Ideas?
Well, he's not like the corpse we saw. He's in one piece.
Yeah, he's
He is in
breathing.
one piece, yes.
His heart's going okay. He's out.
We don't have
Hey.
half a woman lying here, do we, right now?
No, there's not a
Okay.
half a woman lying here, no.
No.
Okay, so taking stock of what just happened, we shut off the program. The cylinder burst, turned into a dog monster. Somebody quoted Shakespeare at us, and now we're in some sort of hay-strewn, stone-walled storage room.
That's
Am I right
something
on
I
that,
like
guys?
about you, Ben. You are always just the facts. Thank you.
Thankfully, he's rock solid.
Well, kidnapped
All
by
right.
whoever it was left us without guns, so
Is there any kind of labeling on the boxes or the barrels?
Nothing, there's no writing that you can tell on either of them, on any of them, I should say.
I'm going to go over to the door and very slowly open it and look outside.
Okay. It's one of those kind of more old-fashioned kind of things where you actually have to lift up.
Lift up the latch and then
Lift
push
up the
out.
latch and you kind of push it out. And as you kind of look out, you do notice that there appears to be some kind of lit torches on the walls. And it does appear that you are in some sort of, there's a hallway there. Again, it's all kind of more kind of stone work on both the floor and on the walls. The ceiling, though, is kind of more kind of rough-hewn timbers. And you give me a listen roll while you're there, too.
All right.
I'm going to go through Fort's pack looking for smelling salts.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden.
That's a failure on my listen check.
Okay.
Hard success on spot hidden.
All right. Yeah, you're ruffling through. You do find some smelling salt in there.
Be standing behind Ben, kind of also look out in this hallway. I want to like try to get an idea on the era of the architecture, what this is designed to imitate. So I would like to do a history roll if possible.
History roll sounds good. And while you're at it, give me a listen roll too, since you're right there.
All right, I'll put 40 and listen. History was a hard success with 24 under 70, and then listen was an extreme with 8 under 40.
All right. Architecture appears to be 16th century. And it does sound like there's people walking above you, and you hear the faint sound of what seems to, you said you got an extreme on your listen? Well, it sounds like there is kind of 16th century music playing above you as well.
Are we in a fucking castle?
I don't think there's any castles in Arkham.
I'm just going to stop and like put my weapon down and look at Moss for a second. Like, the fuck, dude?
I'll. Is LSD a thing yet?
It's 2025.
Oh wait, yeah. I'm stuck. I'm stuck with the arc. No, we're the 1600s. You remember? No, I'm stuck with the Arkham mindset being in the 20. Yeah, I will look to Ben. Do you think we're on LSD? I don't know what that's like.
No, I don't think so.
All right, I wanted to clarify that if we're seeing the same
I'm
thing.
going to snap the smelling salts under Fort's nose.
All right. Fort, yeah, you do start to kind of at least come to consciousness.
I wake up screaming. It's like because I probably scream because looking up into Joe's face, I can't quite understand how the atomic structure of the atoms in his skin form that shape, but I put my hands to the side of my head and I just yell, "It's too much!"
Shut him up.
Joe reaches into his vest or his jacket pocket and pulls out a hanky and tries to cover Ford's mouth so it's not so loud.
Actually, yeah.
Fort, take a breath. Take a breath. Get your training under control.
Yeah. I hope
This
we don't want to draw any attention to ourselves. We have no idea where we are. I'm going to take out my cell phone because I'm going to try to make a call, like to the office or somewhere.
No bars.
No bars. Oh. Anybody got bars?
Fort, I'm not going to tell you everything's okay, but you're physically okay. We've all been through something. It's a strange situation. Try to get yourself under control. We could be in danger.
I'm speechless. I'm trying to say something, but I'm trying to remember how to talk. Did you see it?
I didn't see it as well as you did, Fort. I'm sorry. I was turned. It was horrible. I'm not sure what it was, but
there was so much more than it. It was. I don't have words. It was everywhere, always. Time, space, the beginning, the end.
just remember it's all just part of an experiment. You're
Yeah, I
okay,
don't
Fort. You're okay.
Well, if
Right.
that's the kind of shit they were doing, anybody exposed to that's going to lose their fucking mind.
That's what the DOE warned us about.
Did
I know we saw.
Fort's yelling attract any attention? Being I'm still at the door.
The now that Moss kind of pointed out the sound of footprints or footsteps and music upstairs, doesn't appear that that has stopped.
All right.
I rolled badly.
Where are we?
We're not sure, but that experiment has sent us someplace.
It smells like shit.
How the hell are we going to get back?
Those are all good questions.
But let's
we
just stick
can't
with the
stay
facts.
here.
We know where we are right now. We know none of us are physically damaged, and we've got to find our way back. And hopefully we can save Dr. Fletcher if she's still alive.
I think I cut her in half. We'd have to somehow go back before the accident. But time isn't what you think that it is at all.
What do you mean, Fort?
I don't know what I mean. If I could say it, I would say it. I don't know. I don't have the language.
I think, Joe, I think Fort has taken a little bit of the Kismet Kool-Aid.
It's a door. It's a door.
Kismet
It's
said something about
I mean,
So
going back in time to fix things.
he had a bunch of
Yeah.
artifacts.
they built a goddamn time machine. They built a time machine and we broke it and it flung us somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
we're
is that
in,
why he's still young?
That would have been why he still looked the same. Those agents that they sent after him didn't actually do anything. He just jumped through time.
you think we're in like,
I need
Nick,
fucking coffee.
you
There's
think
not
we're
enough
in,
coffee in the world for this.
Coffee.
Okay.
you think
I
we're
feel
in
like I'm-
Macbeth? Like, I don't know, like that era or I don't know.
What do you mean, Dr.
Uh-oh.
Moss?
Well, that's what Fletcher was obsessed with, like Shakespearean. I believe it's Old England. Do you think we're just there?
It could.
That's where we are.
I mean, it's the whole witch thing. I mean, there's a link to the witches in Arkham.
If she turned on the machine by herself, she probably would have wanted to go to some place she had always wanted to go, Shakespearean England.
But why was only half of her body gone?
A long trip.
We don't have enough information to speculate on that. Let's stick with what we know. We are currently in some sort of castle. We can't stay here. There appears to be some sort of party going on upstairs. We may be able to at least reconnoiter this floor of the building.
That sounds like a good plan.
If we've time jumped, then we're not dressed for the right thing. We're gonna look crazy.
I don't give a shit what these goddamn primitives think.
Except they burn witches. They might think that we're Put your electronics away and don't pull them out.
I'm sorry, Fort.
That's why the good
a
Lord
well-tailored
invented
jacket
45s.
and tie fits in everywhere.
Thomas, would it be reasonable having both literature and history to have 40 points in Old English as well, so I can speak with these people potentially?
Well, Shakespearean English isn't Old English. It would be I forget exactly what dialect, but it's similar enough. It's similar enough to our English. You would just sound like an uneducated buffoon. But
I actually know a bit about this in real life. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you guys off, but Shakespearean English would actually sound a lot like an American Virginian accent with a lot of more sing-song words into it.
Yeah.
The pronunciation is different, but with a little bit of practice, there's no reason we wouldn't be able to perfectly talk to somebody from that period.
We'd have to go back to Chaucer or earlier.
Yeah,
Oh.
getting into like severe shifts in the language.
We're FBI. We all spent time at Quantico. We've heard that Virginia accent. We can fake it.
Well, staying here isn't going to solve any of our problems. So, Ben, you've checked out the hall. Feel good leading us?
I'm going to check out the door again. Is the hall clear?
A hall is clear. Hall is clear. Yeah.
All right. Hall is clear. Everybody
I'll
stay
take care
close.
of I'll take care of Fort.
Keep an eye out for Kismet too. He might be in a different
Yeah, let's
attire
find that
than-
son of a bitch.
I'm okay. I can walk. It's just everything looks, I feel like I keep waking up from something as if I were gone, and now I'm back, and I was gone for a long time.
As you enter out into the hallway, it does appear to kind of be kind of a lower area where a lot of storage is kept. So there are a couple of other doors very similar to yours, and if you do peek in, you do see more like barrels and crates and things like that. And it is just seems to be kind of a long hallway down here. There does appear to be at the there's only kind of one exit that kind of is at the far end with some stairs that go up.
All right. Since I'm in front, I am going to check sight lines on the stairs, make sure nobody's coming down, and very slowly on the outside of the stairs, I'm going to ascend up.
Okay.
I am going to have my gun out. It's not like pointed up, but it's pointed in a ready position.
Okay.
They won't know what it is, so
I think
they
it's some
might
sort of
they might
weird
know what
looking
it is. They
arquebus.
had muskets and stuff, didn't they? So,
Yeah, they had guns and primitive,
more like flintlock type of things, maybe.
not even flintlocks. They would be like muzzle-fed arquebus kind of things.
Oh.
So they'd think it was some weird looking.
We don't know where
Well,
we are.
if-
We could be in,
Right. We could be in Macbeth, like Dr. Moss said.
or we could be in Arkham in the past, or we could be
Our
at
future.
some kind of we could be in our own time, but knocked somewhere to some kind of museum or
Renaissance
well, wait,
fair.
is Macbeth a real story? It's not a story. It's just a make-believe story, right?
It was based on a real person.
Holy crap. So then we could be in medieval Scotland.
Maybe.
So she
Anyway,
invented
heading up the stairs.
a teleporter.
Let's find out
as
where we
well.
are.
You begin to head up the stairs, and it does start to become the sounds that were above you before start to get louder and louder as you do hear what sounds to be like some music is being playing. It actually sounds like people are kind of dancing. People are laughing and telling stories and all sorts of things. Sounds like almost like a party is out on the other side of that door.
Is that the only door to go through?
That's the only door you got. There's just a wall at the other end of the hall.
All right. Same thing as before. Lift the latch, open very slowly.
All right.
Peek in.
Just kind of peek in, and it does seem to be kind of illuminated by like kind of lamps and things like that in there. But as you kind of look around, it looks like there's some sort of tavern that you were in, that you were underneath. So you see probably as you kind of do a quick head count, there's maybe about 30, maybe 35 people in this particular establishment.
And nobody's paying attention to the door.
Not currently. They're all having fun. Seems to be drinking, laughing, dancing.
Can we place like what era they might be from their costuming or what they're wearing? I mean, they could be costumes, but it could be their real clothes if we did travel to the past. Can we place the era just looking at what they're wearing?
Sure. You can give me History. You give me history roll, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably
I,
when I would. Why don't you do it, Doctor Moss? You're probably much smarter than me than this.
I got just a regular. I'm gonna spend 1 point to make it a hard, actually.
Make it hard. Okay. Yeah, it does appear that it seems to be this the styling as you're kind of looking at it. Seems to be kind of late 16th century. And it does appear to be most people's clothing seems to be quite well worn. And so with a hard success, this is not, this isn't any sort of upper class establishment type of thing.
I'll sort of lean over to Martin. This seems to be a late 1500s tavern of some sort.
God,
Look at their attire. This isn't an upper class place.
there was no Arkham in the late 1500s, so we're not there. Well, yeah, I'm still not convinced this isn't some kind of elaborate. I know we've seen a lot of crazy stuff, but I'm thinking it's that experiment that's making us crazy. Just like, oh my God, I don't even know what to
This
think.
could be delusion. Is that what you're saying, Martin?
I really want to think that. I mean, that's the only
We
thing
could
that
still
makes
be in that
logical
room.
sense.
What if
Yeah.
what if this is like, I don't know, some tactic to make us all look like idiots? Like, what if this is, I don't know, what if there are cameras just filming this whole thing and we're meant to look like a bunch of morons?
Well, how did they teleport us? Come on.
I mean, we were all shocked by whatever happened when that experiment stopped. Maybe we all passed out like you and they moved us somewhere. And I don't know. It makes no sense.
What if we just walk through the tavern and go outside?
Let's do that. Just
They might not even notice us.
We can't go backwards. We have to go forward.
All right.
Okay.
Let's try not to draw too much attention to ourselves, and let's just make for whatever looks like the outside door.
Okay. So you're just walking through the tavern.
Keeping to the outside of the fire pit. So not trying to draw too much attention to ourselves.
Right. Okay. Give me a group luck roll.
Who's got the lowest luck?
I have a 75.
I have a luck of 60.
I have
I'm at
62.
50. Anybody lower than 50?
All right.
All right.
Because
Here it
Special
goes.
agent, it's your roll.
This is 50-50 chance.
I got a 10.
A 10. Nice. Okay. Yeah, somehow everyone seems to be very very intent on whatever it is that they're doing, laughing, singing, dancing, doing unmentionable things to the bar ladies that are there, and you're able to make your way unseen out the door. When you exit, exit into kind of a very dimly lit kind of what appears to you to kind of be an alleyway type of thing. So it's not very wide. The roads here are basically just mud as you kind of walk through them. You do see, again, it's kind of a smattering of rock-built buildings also, and there are some timber frame buildings that are here as well. There is this kind of over-etching, wretched smell throughout the whole place.
Yeah. 2 or 3 stories, any of them? Or
yeah, some of them. There are some that are only 1 story. There are a couple that are 2 and 3 story. Yeah.
So it's like an old village of some sort.
Can I do like a spot hidden or something? When we were walking through, I know that's all a bunch of drunks having a good time at the local bar, just to see if anyone kind of not like looked at us and was laughing about something, like kind of got us in on it or anything. Just like that they like somebody might have saw us but didn't really think much of it. That kind of.
And I had a similar thing I wanted to do. I wanted to scan the room to see if there was anything anachronistic, any electronics, anything that would throw a wrench in our belief that this is somewhere else in time.
Sure, you can both give me spot hiddens.
Outside of us, of course.
What language were they speaking?
Elizabethan English.
I got an extreme success.
All right. You did not notice anything that appeared to be modern in any sense of the imagination.
I looked carefully through that room, guys, and There's nothing. No cell phones, no radios. We're not where we belong.
I got a
Well,
regular
we
success on that. So did I
Oh yeah,
notice
no,
anyone
there
acknowledging
didn't
us?
appear to be anybody noticing you, partially because of that nice low roll that Vendretti had. But yeah, no one seemed to notice you at all as you were going through.
Maybe they can't see us. I mean,
they can see us. We just went through that side panel in time, and we're just lucky we didn't get stuck halfway like what's her name
yeah.
did.
Doctor, you
And
think we're bringing all sorts of diseases into the past?
probably we'll give them all smallpox or who knows what. Or good God, we might get it from them. There's diseases that exist here that don't exist. We wiped them out in our world.
Okay, let's not think too hard about that because I don't
Um,
want the rest of my
as for
FBI career being sent back in
as
time to fix things, constantly fixing things.
as Ford starts rambling again, I'm just gonna go up. I'm gonna grab him by the sides of the head and make him look at me and be like, "Fort, that's nothing we can control right now. I need you to focus."
Your eyes are made out of stuff that came out of supernovas.
Thank you, Ford.
So you guys are standing in this, at least an alleyway at the moment. Are you just wanting to stand there for a while, or are you wanting to keep moving?
Look, I don't know what to do, guys.
Try to explore a little.
Yeah, I mean, we have to find Dr. Kismet or Dr. Fletcher or
A witch to
something.
send us back.
A
Okay.
witch?
It's in the story. I mean, there's witches in this.
That
We don't know
And
that this is not that this is a reality or if this is some hyper geometry universe created by her fiddling around with physics. Because
Do you
it
think
seems like we've suddenly ended up in Macbeth.
do you think we're in some kind of virtual reality that's computer created or something that so we think we're here?
Is it night out?
It is dark out. Yeah. That's why it's lightly illuminated, but you don't see. There's not like, for instance, there's not any gas lamps or anything like that. You do see some lights, some flickering of what seems to be like flames in some of the windows, but not a lot of them.
So we're seeing some serious stars in Milky Way that we normally wouldn't see in
Right. There's not a lot of light pollution. Let's put it that way. Yes.
wow.
Looking at the night sky, I'm gonna put 40 in astronomy. Um, is it like is it the same time as it would be in Arkham, like based off of time zones? Like looking at what I see in the sky, would I think, okay, it's around, you know, what I don't know. The time of day hasn't changed. We just shifted time zones is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, but if we went back in time, who's to say we landed on the same day in the same
Yeah. It's
season
more
in
just
the same
interest
hour?
rather than
So you're wondering, are the stars like what you would have expected in Arkham on the 12th of June 2025?
well, I'm more wondering, like, never mind. It's actually probably not that important. I'll hold off on that.
Okay. So what are you guys up to?
Well, if it's dark, then we can kind of wander around. We need to pilfer some clothes for the locals.
Does anybody have any idea how we can find any of the doctors?
Well, we can
How?
draw a picture and show that around. We obviously can't show a photograph without all the.
Well, I could show a photograph I got in my on my smartphone, but don't know how I'm going to charge it when it goes down. But
If you show
that
that
sounds
to
like a
them, they will
really
burn
I
you
know
as a
that's me at
witch.
the stake. Yeah, I know.
Well, and we have to make sure we don't stray far from this tavern in case there's something special about that room
Yeah,
that will take us back.
yeah.
we get into disguise and then we hang out, and maybe we'll bump into the doctors.
Maybe we'll start hearing some rumors too. If we get in proper attire, I'll sit in the tavern. We can listen for rumors. Maybe they've got a witch locked up somewhere around town or something, and we could go see if that's one of the two professors, or I don't know. I don't even know what to do in this situation. I'm a computer guy. I'm completely useless here.
While you guys are having this conversation in the middle of the street, there is an individual who starts to walk down this particular street, sees you, and then just screams out, "Spaniards! Spaniards! Call the guards!"
It's not Kismet, is it?
No, it's not Kismet.
Damn it.
Do I sound like a Spaniard to you, fool? I want to shout that back out at him.
You don't.
I think it's
like
wise for us
Englishman.
to leave. Let's go.
All right.
Are you just walking cobbly?
No, we're gonna run.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to.
So we're
gotta get out to
we're
a-
kind of like in an alley kind of side road, right? And is he coming down from the main road?
Yeah, all of a sudden he kind of turns around a corner and he looks like he might have been heading towards the tavern you guys came out of.
How far away is he from us?
Oh, maybe 50 yards. Maybe, no, I would say probably closer to 20 yards.
I'm gonna, in
It'd be
English.
worth it if we punched him in the face.
Yeah, I was gonna
I kinda
invite him
wanna
over.
punch
No,
somebody in the
friend,
face right
let
now.
us buy you a drink, and then we have one outfit. Once we take him
All he
back
did
out.
was he screamed Spaniards and started running back towards where he came from, singing, "Call the
all
guards,
right.
call the guards."
All right, chase him down.
Well, let's grab him, Ben.
I'm gonna chase him down.
I'm going to
You're
go
going
with
towards
Ben.
the guards. Oh,
We got to
Not if
stop
we
the
get him
alarm.
fast enough.
All right, what is oh God, I hate chase rolls. Tom, do you know much about chase rolls?
I'm not very good at them.
You can just start by comparing our move rates. Mine is 8.
Okay.
Ben, what's your move rate?
Hold on.
And then if nobody has advantage, you could just cut it to the quick by doing a dex.
Well, he
check.
would probably have advantage because he started running after he yelled.
Sure.
Yeah.
And my move is 8 too.
Yeah, so maybe have us do a dex and see if we have to get a hard to catch him or something.
Yeah, you can
Or we could do a real chase.
I'm gonna stand.
just give me dex rolls. That would make my life so much easier.
I got a regular success.
I got a hard success.
I got a hard success.
Do a dex roll. Oh, what would that be?
The two nerds are standing back.
I don't know what's happening, boss.
2 nerds and the crazy guy staying in the back.
We're staying in the shadows.
Oh yeah. Got to get that sneak attack right.
No, we're hoping that you guys don't all get killed, but if you do, we're going to get close. We're going to go find a cottage and live together for the next 400 years.
I rolled a hard myself on my dex. So that means you do not catch up to him. You don't get any closer to him as he continues his screaming about Spaniards, 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 call the guards. What do you wish to do? Do you wish to continue to try to catch him or do something else? Pull out a gun and shoot him, maybe.
I was thinking that, but the sound.
I've fallen behind because I got a regular success.
To be fair, the sound of a gunshot isn't going to be any less loud than his screaming, but
yeah.
They'll also
I'm not gonna shoot some random guy just for throwing an alarm, though.
And
so
butterfly effect might mean that one of you just disappears from existence.
Yeah, because it could be my great grandfather or something. I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Probably not worth it to
Maybe
call
some
it off, Ben. Let's hide.
Lots
Yeah.
of ahead of kids.
Get
Let's get
everybody
some-
get going the other way.
Let's find some clothes. I don't even care if they're some stinky peasant clothes. Let's just grab them. We need to get clothes.
Let's find like
Yeah,
a
get-
river where they wash them or something.
Out of the town or a farm or something.
All right. So as you kind of break off the chase, whoever it was continues to kind of go screaming and calling for the city guards. You guys kind of begin to disperse. Are you wanting to kind of hide nearby, or are you wanting to kind of sneak off a little bit and find other places to hide?
I think we should get as far away from here as possible.
Is
We
this
should
like the
always
middle
come
of
back.
town kind of place, or is it outskirts of town?
Well, you'd have to spend some more time looking at the town, but no, you do not see any like pasture nearby, if that's kind of what you're
Okay.
asking about.
Okay, I'm gonna try for a stretch here. Can I use law to figure out like how the city guard may have worked in proverbial 16th century town?
I would say that would be a combined history law roll.
Okay.
Can we like talk through it so he does the law, I do the history?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds.
I'm just over here trying to herd cats. Bobby,
I got an extreme success on law, but my history is 5, so wish me luck.
You do have points.
No, I got a 58. I know I could, but it just doesn't make sense for me to just drop
I can
something
tell you
into
what they do.
history
They'll
now.
put you in the pillories, they'll tie you up, they'll hang you from a thing, and they'll throw stuff at you and beat you to death. And that's before your trial.
But yeah, but you guys kind of disperse a little bit and kind of move yourself away as you're kind of moving through the city a little bit. You do start to hear that it does sound like the gentleman did find some town guards, and they are beginning kind of the process of kind of investigating things. But as you are starting to move through the town a little bit more, it does seem to be bigger than just a small village. That there are many roads and back alleys and all sorts of things. That this is a much more significant town than just some sort of small backwater type of thing. With as you're kind of moving through, and I will say, just to kind of help things go along, somebody's going to have some washout somewhere, so you'll be able to find some clothes.
Are there any signs on any of the businesses or street signs?
There aren't really street signs, and the businesses don't necessarily put words on them because, well, maybe this isn't a very literate culture, but there are images of what they are. So, you've got like a mug of ale, you've got, a pig or something like that for a butcher.
Well, we're stealing clothes. Maybe one of the wash lines by a 3-story house. Can I try to climb up a little bit? I want to see if I can see beyond the immediate street we're on. Like, is there a castle or something around, or maybe like something I'd recognize? Like,
you can give me a climb if you want to give it a shot.
Okay, let's see what I got for climb. I don't have that yet. I will put a 40 into climb.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm going to regret that. All right.
You know that you can put a 20 into climb and then it will be 40.
Oh, well, oh yeah, that's right. Because you can.
The 20s add on to the existing.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll do that instead then. I'll put the 20 in.
Oh, is that the way it works? We add it to the base?
There are,
Just
you
the
can
20s.
you can add 20s to some base things if you want.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
I'll do that. I will make that by adding the 20. All right. So, and that's also 24, which is a regular success.
A regular success. All right. As you kind of look around, You do notice a rather famous landmark. You looks like Old London Bridge is off in the distance.
Oh, wow. Guys,
Martin,
I
take a
think
picture,
we're in,
Martin.
God, I know I totally want to do a selfie right now or do something with this, but I
Quickly
really,
take a
if the flash goes
picture
off,
before it gets
man,
moved to Arizona.
I
Look,
know, right? That's how the reason I recognize it because I saw it when I was out there in Arizona. I think we're in London, guys, but
okay, the
old.
guards aren't going to pursue us for very far. We just need to get
Yeah,
farther away.
yeah. All right, let's do that. We got our new clothes, right? So,
Mhm. Yep, you're all dressed up. Yeah, not necessarily anything fancy because of the part of town that you're in, but you do not look like people from the 21st century, except for, if you're wearing glasses or something like that.
we're FBI. We all have perfect vision.
All right. So you guys
We
have
gotta,
your disguises. What do you want to
yeah,
do?
we gotta find the professors. We gotta find their machine. We gotta get out of here.
What I was thinking is Kismet has disappeared since the 90s. What if he has established himself as some sort of noble or king here? If he is here.
Bit of a
I,
reach.
That would have
We don't
been
even know that he's
foolish.
here.
If he is a time traveler, he would know better than that. I mean, he might have a house and
he's also insane,
wife
so
and kids,
Yes, given his profile at his termination, I don't expect us to find much logic.
but maybe he's not. Maybe he
Hmm.
understood things and everybody else thought that he was nuts. But he apparently succeeded in creating whatever he was working on. And I think that the FBI covered it up. They didn't manage to terminate him. He escaped. He escaped through the door in time, down the
well,
slide and through the river.
I mean, do you
I'm
think
having a
that,
really hard time accepting all of this. I know I see the facts that are around me, but
maybe we have a clue in the lines we were given when we were unconscious or being transferred, which I unfortunately do not remember much of.
I did drop them in the Discord just so you have them.
They might not even be in this time. We were kicked here by the cosmic dog.
is it just me or is the thing in Discord black text on a black background?
Yeah, I
that's,
can't read
yeah,
it.
Oh yeah, sometimes when I just cut and paste something doesn't always work right. Let me see if I'll drop
Now,
it in the
PNGs have a hard time with that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think between all six of us, we can probably remember enough of
yeah.
the what was said to get it together.
Threefold given, threefold owned. Break the bond and break the road. He's nuts. He's completely nuts. It doesn't mean anything.
Break the
Doors
bond,
open.
break the road. We broke the road.
Moss, what does threefold mean?
Three, three
So three
times.
given, three owed.
Tree of the Witches, that's three. But
Um, GM,
Mhm.
considering my terrifying and soul crushing experience, does any of that make weird sense to me?
Give me a sure. Actually, yeah, go ahead and give me a sand roll with what's left.
I got a 30. Do I still have 30? I've got 40 left. So yeah, 30
All
out of
right.
40.
Okay. These you're not quite sure they're prophecies. you do know that they're prophecies, and it's possible you've not encountered yet everything necessary to make them make sense.
No, it's about what's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet. And we'll understand when it happens. It's a prophecy.
But what about a woman torn? Do you think that was Dr.
I don't know. She definitely was a woman torn.
Yeah, threefold given to you. A maiden marked, a woman torn.
You know, I didn't want to hurt her. It was an act.
I know it wasn't. We had no choice. She was
Obviously,
Look,
in danger. We do best with the knowledge we had at the time.
No way you
No
could have
one's-
known for.
do we want to break the road?
We want
I
to
would
find
say
the
no.
angle.
The angle opens where mercy bends.
The
Choose
angle
your
is the
truth
door.
Or meet your end.
Could
We
the
just don't have
truth
enough
be what
information.
you saw, Dr. Gallo? Where you saw this moment of time that was all?
Oh, it was the truth, but it's not the truth we know. It's the truth that is. And I don't know how I survived it. And I'm definitely disturbed by it. And numbers and letters have energy. They 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 reflect the angles in the structure of the universe. I'm starting to sound like a philosopher, and I don't even really know what I'm saying because I don't have. Maybe I should have taken fucking quantum physics. I might be able to better. Maybe that's what they did. They saw something and then they kind of quantified it.
Moss, what do you think about threefold and those three rows of symbols you saw? Might they be related?
well, we have the symbols connected with Macbeth, the spells used by the Fates. Maybe I'm trying to
The
remember
three
Macbeth.
witches.
Do the witches in Macbeth work as if they give something and you have to give something in return? I haven't read.
They give a
Macbeth in years.
prophecy, is my memory. It's
They're
been years since I was in college, but
It's like Greek mythology and the three witches, the three fates.
they
One
they
of them's younger,
prophesize
one of
that
them's
Macbeth
older.
is going to become king, correct?
Yeah.
And then they
So-
prophesy his fall.
Well, they kind of trick him. They kind of say, "Oh yeah, you don't have anything to worry about because no one of woman born will kill you, and nobody will attack you until the forest comes to the castle." And of course, he thinks he's scot-free, but the soldiers cut branches from the trees and use them to hide their numbers as they come to the castle. And it turns out when Macduff kills him, Macduff was born of a cesarean section. He wasn't actually born. He was taken. He was untimely ripped from his mother's womb. So
Well, I
they
feel like
tell the
we've been
truth that they lie.
untimely ripped from our time.
This here seems to me like a transaction. Something is something is given, something is owed, and the bond is that transaction. That's what I see here. It could be like on a energy, what is it, laws of physics level of I don't remember my science off the top of my head, but
Martin,
like
Martin, you saw these symbols on the computer as well, right? Going by?
Yeah.
Maybe we just need to draw these symbols in the right shape.
Mhm.
Or like a Tibetan prayer wheel, we spin them around.
Yeah. The angle opens where mercy bends. Is that talking about where we might find a path back to where we came from? The angle opens where mercy bends. Choose your truth or meet the end. I think we're going to have to give up some of our normal way of thinking through things, what we assume is real, or
like Fort just said, maybe there's a form of wordplay here. Maybe mercy is a person or a place or
mercy bends, like mercy. The mercy. No, that's.
While you guys are discussing this, could you guys also give me a spot hidden roll?
That was, I believe, a fail.
hard success.
I got a 006.
006. All right, Fort. Extreme.
007.
Hard success as well.
It makes up for the 99 I got earlier.
Yeah, Fort, as they're kind of waxing and waning, and you're kind of getting tired of the philosophical discussion because it just reminds you of mathematics too much. You start kind of looking around you a little bit more, and you do notice that there does seem to be kind of a young woman who is kind of walking in the middle of the street, and you see this kind of also further away from her is this kind of galloping troop of what appears to be maybe troops of some sort on horseback that are riding fast through the town, bearing down on her, and she does not seem to notice those people coming directly towards her of about 5 or 6 horses.
She's walking, and
she's just kind of she's walking kind of
She's
slowly.
about to get ridden down.
That woman's about to get hit, I say to the others.
I leap out and save her. That's my job. I'm a peace officer.
All right.
Haven't you watched that episode of Star Trek? Changed everything.
I was just thinking.
All right, Agent Vendretti. Yes, just in a very kind of heroic manner. You do hear the horses they're galloping by. Make way for the Queen's men. Make way for the Queen's men. And she just doesn't seem to respond to them. They're just going to ride her right over. But you go in and just pull her and kind of leap at her and kind of push her out of the way just in time as the horses kind of go right past her. And she just kind of is just kind of sitting there, just kind of really in weeping, while you're kind of on top of her. She's just kind of crying and crying and crying.
Are you okay?
Yes. What happened?
She doesn't look like Dr. Fletcher's photo, does she?
No, she appears to be a 17-year-old woman, graceful with a pale oval face framed by auburn hair. With her hood currently is kind of fallen off of it, though. She has a gown that is of modest but trimmed with quality fabrics.
You almost were ridden down. Are you okay?
What does it matter?
Every moment of life matters. We grasp it while we live.
So you say. Yeah, but yes, you're right. I'm just a bit distraught. Where are we at? I need to get home. My father will worry.
I'm sorry. I'm a stranger to your settlement. I'm not sure where we are, but I will definitely be willing to help you get home.
Oh, okay. Let me. She kind of looks around and, there's Francis Minster over there. Yes. Yes. If you could help me, I would greatly appreciate your assistance. All right. What is everyone else doing? Well, Agent Vendretti is being so chivalrous.
I'm shaking in my boots because I'm a fan of Harlan Ellison, and I'm afraid this could have the butterfly effect.
Well, if it is, it's
But
probably already happened.
yeah, it's already happened.
We're all still here.
Currently. But often
But
with those sorts of things, when you're in the time bubble, you're not affected by it necessarily until later. Little Back to the Future thing, you slowly fade away.
or what happened to Sam, who was part of our group, but now he's gone and we don't remember him because he never existed.
Oh yeah, who is Sam? Yeah.
Well, one thing that Joe knows is doing the right thing is the right thing. Doesn't matter what time it is.
Well, you showed mercy, and that was part of the little poem.
That's a good point, Port. I hadn't thought about it.
Death, and you showed her mercy.
I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself. I am Joe Vendry. Because I don't want to use an Italian or French sounding name. Joe Vendry.
Spanish.
These are my friends. Can we help you get home?
Yes, thank you. I'm Anne Selwyn. My father is Master Richard. Yes, and
I look at Dr. Moss imploringly, like, do you know this person?
Yeah, she said that like we're supposed to know who that is.
Dr. Moss is a seasoned time traveler.
All right. So Vendretti, you kind of help lead her home. And what you do, you kind of arrive at what appears to be kind of a modest home. It's not necessarily something that's grandiose, but definitely this is a family that does have some money. There are shops below and with living space above. Kind of as you enter in, there is kind of a servant who kind of greets you at the door and is, Miss Anne, welcome. We were so worried about you. Welcome back. Thank you. Her father then comes in, kind of a man in his late 40s, kind of stocky and broad shoulders, trimmed beard with thinning hair, wearing a felt cap. He's definitely wearing rather well-made wool suits. And he immediately says, Vivian, please immediately go get Lady Weird to help. And immediately the woman that was just attending to Anne then kind of runs out. And yes, I will go get the sisters. As she goes out to fetch Lady Weird. And I think that would be a good place for us to stop for this evening.
Nice. Lady Weird, did you say?
Lady Weird. Yes, I did.
Weird sisters.
Our players included John Donahue, Steve Anderson, Joe Bardalis, Sawyer Hill, Josh Ryan, and myself with Thomas Bailey as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.